Creative and Digital Industry Group, to be precise. Well, I'm here to discuss the Creative and Digital Industry Group. But before then, let me take you through the creative industry. The creative industry group was set up by the Bank of Industry in the year 2011 to intervene in the creative economy by financing projects that are viable, but also consistent with the institution's development mandate. Bank of Industry's cumulative disbursement as at December 31st, 2023 stands at over 100 billion naira. BOI's intervention in the creative economy has stimulated employment opportunities for thousands of Nigerians. As a matter of strategic repositioning, the creative industry was realigned into two functional business units, namely the Creative and Digital Industry Group, where I am from, and the Hospitality and Tourism Group. The Creative and Digital Industry Group is focused on four broad areas, which are the entertainment infrastructure, media and communications, digital and creative technology, as well as arts and crafts. On the entertainment infrastructure, we have entertainment and sports arena. Here, we have organizations and companies that we've sponsored, like Silverbird, Fame House, Envivo, Ebony Life, and a host of others. In total, for these cinemas, we have sponsored over 100 screens around the world. Again, we have the theaters, like Terra Culture, which is in Lagos, Creative Hub, events and recreational parks, production and post-production infrastructure. Here we have people like Hotspots, Trinidad and Tobago, content promotion platforms like Peter Eagle and Envivo itself, distribution infrastructure, others. Digital and creative technology. In digital and creative technology, we have animation and gaming, digital media, streaming technology, software as a service. We have Number, which we are formerly known as Goody Inc. We have fintech and digital-driven businesses. In media communications, we have media, broadcast media, radio, TV, publishing, outdoor advertisements like the Lusa, Alpha, and Jam. Most of the screens you see in Lagos, most especially the biggest one, which is on the 3rd Mainland Bridge, was actually sponsored by the Bank of Industry. Content production. In content production, the Bank of Industry has helped in producing movies like Queen Amina, Isoken, and the CAO. Queen Amina was the highest grossed movie by Netflix in the year 2022, coming from Insanity, Tattoo, and The Breed. In content production, the Bank of Industry has disbursed over 3 billion naira. In distribution infrastructure, the Bank of Industry has disbursed over 10.7 billion naira. In production infrastructure, the Bank of Industry has disbursed over 1.2 billion naira. In media communications, the Bank of Industry has disbursed over 10.20 billion naira. Thank you. That's all.
All right, questions, please. That was so fast. I like it. Let's talk about money. Why they are here is for you to ask questions. How can they come into your funding? Somebody was asking me earlier, can they have a work, a project, but they needed money, and how do they go about it? And I told him to come back and hear. So you can ask questions now. How can Bank of Industry, through the Creativity Department and Digital Industry, fund your project? And what is the prospect of the ROI? I have questions, please. Huh?
You have asked the question already now.
I have asked the question. You said I have asked the question.
Well, the Bank of Industry is a DFI, Development Financial Institution. Okay. It's a DFI, Development Financial Institution. And with the proper documentation and with your ability to secure a legal mortgage or a bond guarantee, it will be hard. It's not even it's not a hard process. It's a very easy process to actually get a loan from the Bank of Industry with the proper documentation.
With the proper documentation, it is very easy. Okay.
Bank guarantees.
What are the guarantees required to get funds?
Well, the collateral the Bank of Industry uses either a legal mortgage for anything less than 250 million or a bank guarantee for anything above 300 million naira.
Did you get it?
I read that, of course, if I have to give me a guarantee for 300 million, why must I use
See, it's not easy to get any loan anywhere. It's not easy to get any loan anywhere. As simple as that. Your bank guarantee means that you have money. For any bank to give you guarantee to that bank, you must have had money with them before you go to these people. And if you have that money, because some of us started this thing as young as we were, and nobody was listening to us, we gathered our 10 kobo and started working. When we started looking good, in fact, when I was doing my film, by the time I got money to make my film, banks were now calling me when they saw money in my bank. So, you want me to keep the money aside, take a loan, so I work for you and be paying interest when I already have money. So, if you have money, you will go to the bank.
All right. Okay. But I was thinking, as he asked this question, since most of the people who are here are students, because as you can see, the older ones may not want to come to Bank of Industry. Is there a room for entrepreneurship partnership where you can get funds as low as, give us the details if it is?
Yeah, there is, but if it's equipment that you're getting and it's below 200, well, the state office will actually do that. We have a state office there in Nollywood.
That's what I was actually going to ask. Is there a minimum amount that the BOI can give, and is there a maximum amount they can give?
Well, there's no minimum and there's no maximum.
I think the question is, how much do you require collaterals to get? If I'm asking for 50 million to get equipment of 100 million, what do I require?
You require just a legal mortgage.
You require what?
A legal mortgage, maybe a property.
Okay, a legal mortgage, maybe a landed property, a house. Okay. You want to say something? Please, is there any other question?
Come on.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. J.C. Emeka National President of the Actors Guild of Nigeria. Mine is not actually a question, but I take home when you go back to Bank of Industry, you will give this report. One of the major challenges we have as practitioners in Nigeria, talking about assessing some of these BOI structure, is that we need the government to get us subsidy on equipment and the things we're working with. You see, the government should know now that the entertainment industry is doing so much in terms of laundering the image of the country, and of course, economic-wise, we're really hitting hard. What do we need? We need that instead of you as an individual that owns a company going to buy a rent for such amount of money, you should get a subsidy. Every young Nigerian you know today has the ability to operate different technologies, but they are not able to access those technologies, because for you to make a film, you have to call somebody who has the red, and they say the red, you can only get it with one person in Abuja. These are the small things that the big tech countries do. They allow their young people have access to these technologies on time, and then they were able to manipulate it. We had some time when BOI started this issue of giving out funding. Somebody who owns the story comes to BOI, and BOI says, you must take the equipment from a certain company. Whereas you who owns the story know where you can source the equipment less, and then BOI will refuse to give you the facility. Please let them know that the industry we are operating now, we need every government support in it, and the only way we can get the support is not necessarily by reading out how many billions that people have gotten, and then we are still like this. After reading the billions, and then you see people still like this, it then means the money didn't go anywhere. It's either went to the hand of the selected few. But if we begin to get subsidies, you'll be shocked that people can come to you and get as much as you want, because every equipment they are using for their project has been gotten with less stress. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that.
Okay, please, your final words.
Well, my final words are,
Okay.
What is the limit? No, you said there's no limit. There's no limit. That's not what. I can take 1 billion.
Others are coming, but if we are giving you the money and then you're not giving us back, what will the rest come behind you get? So that's why the Bank of Industry introduced the legal mortgage and the bank guarantee to secure the loans, not to deter people from going to get the loans.
Okay, if I have 50 million in my bank, why can't I use my own money to it? Why do I need to come and take yours and my bank guarantees?
You know, the statement you said, a good businessman knows that not to use his own funds for a business. It's always better when you use a loan. That's what these big corporations do. The Dangotes and the rest. They actually use loans, they use their own money to finance their own projects.
Later, you give me 1 second, Tiger.
Aside from the fact that I don't think it's good business,
Thank you, Father.
BOI asking for a collateral. Collateral like a house, bank guarantee when they are talking about fail. Because a filmmaker You understand? That's one. Then another aspect of this is, I don't know, when I was living in Abuja, I actually went to BOI. I never followed through because of some grapevine stories. I call them grapevine stories. That if they approved a loan for you when you would have gone through all the other, you will still be asked to use their camera, their equipment. I don't know how true that was then. You understand? Because if that is true, forcing a filmmaker to use another's equipment at whatever rate they are given is stifling to the budget. I mean, these are just my thoughts.
Okay, thank you. For the second one, that will answer that. But BOI asking you to use other people's camera, directing you to a director or a camera, that was the only one. And that was used as the collateral. Because at that time, BOI doesn't ask you for any legal mortgage or bank guarantee. To them, that was the only way we could guarantee the loan that we're giving you, because we're asking you to use this director. And then there are so many others, like I said, that have actually used the directors who I provided for them, and then have already paid back their loans. And then for the first one you asked, well, yeah, like you said, most of the producers don't have the capacity maybe to acquire the loan, or maybe to have the legal mortgage to get the bank guarantee from the commercial banks. At times we encourage partnership among the producers, because what we see is there's actually a lack of synergy even between the producers. Everyone is standing in for himself, and this is a community. The Nollywood should stand as a community where one director should rob another director's back when he's in need of robbing. So the Bank of Industry is constantly in support of partnership amongst the producers, which will take the Nollywood, not only in Nigeria but globally around the world.
Indigent now, there is an arrangement to have some of our members, right? I'm sure you are aware of that. To put down 1 million. Now, if we are about 12 or 14, that makes it about 12 or 14 million. Now, in the film, we need to shoot gets to about a budget of about 40, 50, or 80 million. If we now, as partners, we've signed it, MOU, everything, talking the iPhone company, if we come to you for loan, how would you react?
You're coming as an organization, but what we'll do is you already have your business plan, you already have the equity, which is the 12 or 14 million. Well, with the proper documentation, we'll process the loan application, and I'm certain that everything will go through, you will be able to get your loan.
All right, sorry. 2 people are here and 1. I think that's the last 2. Let me do it, then I'll come to you.
Thank you very much. Like you said, a lot of us took loans, and you wouldn't want them. After getting the loan, they will buy cars or people. For some of us here, Obi Okoli, I cite you, that's good. We started many years back, like I said, in the 70s, in the 80s, and we are still playing the game. We don't have homes to give as collateral. We don't have fleets of cars to give as collateral. But all we know, we are known in this industry, and we belong there. Would have been the AGM president said something that few gets this loan, but most that are actually doing the work, they don't have access to this. That is number one. I was in the office some years ago when I was, official of DGA. I went there and the conditions given, I was scared. Because as you see me so, if you bring 1 billion, I will fail. I'm not thinking poor, but all the same, I have to be realistic with life. How possible? How can you that this loan when you give it out will come to us directly without some of, I'm sorry to say this, without some of your staff. Say, look, you have to do this, you have to do that. This is what you will get, and this is what will come to you. And later on, you still pay back the whole loans. It's true, I'm voicing it out. Because a friend of mine got the loan, and I know how much some people got within your industry and how much he paid. Thank you.
All right, you will answer once. Let's take it.
Good day, sir. I want to find out. We've been hammering loan with collateral. You've not said anything about interest. What's the interest rate? And if there is interest rate, why will you force somebody to hire from a certain place and not allow the businessman to do his business after giving him a loan?
All right. Finally, that. Well, there's still a continuity of that master class that started yesterday for the students immediately downstairs. So please do not be in a haste.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Protocols observed. My name is Uzoma Okere. I want to thank God that my elders and leaders in the industry have really said what's really going on in Bank of Industry. One question, for the purpose of this film festival, Coast Film Festival, what do you have for us? Yes, there should be something. It's okay. For those that attended Coast Film Festival, we have this and this from this medium to this. I think there's something. Yes, it happens. No, they do it in film festival. So what do you have for us, sir? What does Bank of Industry have for us? Thank you, sir.
For the second question, well, the Bank of Industry has the lowest interest rates in the country at this time, which is only the 10% interest rate.
10% interest rate.
Yes. Sorry? And then for what the senior colleague, the senior actor asked and said, well, the Bank of Industry found that anyone who collects or try to collect anything from an applicant or someone coming for a loan, you can actually get your loan without even stepping in the Bank of Industry if you have the proper documentation. You don't even need to know our building, because with your scanned documents and the original documents, you'll be able to get your loan disbursed to you. If we as staff don't see the funds are being disbursed directly to your own accounts, to the accounts provided by the applicant.
Okay.
For you, as a junior staff of the Bank of Industry, your question is too big for me to answer.
That is wisdom. Can we put our heads together for him? That is wisdom. Thank you very much. And he has answered correctly. And the movie would say the best reaction is the best reaction. Put your hands together one more time. Sister, you get 1 minute for her so that we can all go down and wrap up for today. 1 minute.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Precious, and my question is, as a business person, I need like 5 million naira loan from the bank, and it happens that I don't have a property that worth 5 million naira at the present. What would I do?
Well, for that, we have a micro enterprise. I am not a part member of the micro enterprise, but for an amount as low as that, I'm certain there's something that the micro enterprise will do that you don't even need to provide a bank guarantee or legal mortgage, because 5 million is actually too low for you to provide a bank guarantee or a legal mortgage. Someone can stand in as a guarantor for you. But if you're actually requesting for 5 million, we have an office here in Nollywood, which you can just step in and ask them this, and I'm certain, or you can ask my colleague here, who is a member of, who is part of the MSC, that's medium and small enterprises, and also the micro enterprises. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Put your hands together one more time. Okay, so the next event is going to be the student continues. If you want to join the masterclass on content, managing your social media and content creation on social media, we are having it downstairs. The main event and the streaming continues by 4 p.m. By 4 p.m. right here in this hall. The others go down so that we can continue where we stopped